In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can turn a day shot into a night shot. And we're going to be using a plugin in DaVinci Resolve called Relight. So let's jump straight in. So on my timeline, you can see the shot that was filmed in the day that I want to turn into a night shot. And I want to have this look and feel on that shot, right? So it's just a different angle, but you can clearly see it's night here. So first thing you do is go to the color page, and let's start off by just adding a node. So here we're going to be adjusting the exposure. So let's just call that node exposure. And I don't have a color space transform here because this was just shot in Rec 709. So first of all, what we want to do is reduce the exposure quite a bit. So don't worry if you can't get it perfect, we're still going to make some final adjustments a little bit later. So we can drop the offset, we can drop the gain. I think it's a good place to start off with. The windows is still giving away that it is day, it's not night. So we will fix the windows by adding some masks to your scene. And by the way, if you are joining for the first time, welcome. My name is Duan. It's do unto others what you want to do unto yourself. And on this channel, we talk all about DaVinci Resolve. So for more tutorials, be sure to hit that subscribe button. So let's go ahead and add some masks. Let's go to the power window tab over here, and let's select the pen tool. So what we want to do is drag a mask around the window frame like such, and reduce the exposure of that window quite a bit. So let's just go with gain. And we also want to increase the blue so that it looks a little bit more realistic, because in nighttime the windows and the sky looks dark blue. So let's repeat that for every window. I'm just going to fast forward this section. Alright, so now this scene is already looking a lot better and it's already starting to look like nighttime. So now what we want to do is add relight to the scene to exaggerate the candlelight that's in your scene, the light sources in your scene, to make it look more realistic. So select the exposure node over here and press Alt L. When you press Alt L, you'll see that the exposure jumps again, but don't worry about that. Just drag Relight to your scene. And as you drag Relight to your scene, you'll see that it looks like this. So what the hell is happening here? Let's select our Relight node. What it's basically showing is the light source. So you can select 3 different light settings. You can select the directional light. You have a point source, which is like a candlelight. And you can also select spotlight if that is what you want, and if that is the effect that you want to create. But for this exercise, we're just going to select point source, and let's reduce the light. So as you reduce the light, you can see that it's creating a matte, and this is what's going to tell Relight what to subtract from your scene or what to add into your scene. And like you can see here, you can see the light source, and you can see how far and how much light it adds to your scene. So let's just deactivate Relight Map Preview, and then you can actually see what it looks like in your scene. So this is the light source. So we want to add Relight to every candle in your scene to make it look more realistic. So this is perfect. Just one note, if you're going to be adding multiple Relight nodes in your scene, it's going to be very GPU intensive and your system is going to freak out. So for this exercise, I'm just going to show you how to do the first one. Then I'm going to fast forward and do all of the others. And then we will be doing the next step, which is adjusting the mask. Alright, so once we're done with Relight, what we want to do is just make some adjustments to the mask that we created in the window. So like this window, for example, you can see that it's too bright around the edges. It looks like there's quite a white and a bright light coming in from outside, which is not realistic to the scene. So what we want to do is select that mask, and we're going to be doing it with all these different masks. What we want to do is create an outside border where the mask fades out. So you can see that it's creating this border around your mask, and with this border you can just select these points and just drag it out. So we want to have that mask fade out in this window store just to make it look a little bit more realistic. Alright, so once you're done adjusting your masks, my computer might still be catching up with some of the settings that I created. Now it's starting to look really nice. So what we want to do to finish this off is just to create your last mask node. Alt S to create another node, and what we want to do is adjust the temperature of the scene, because although the lights might look right, the temperature gives away that it's not nighttime. So let's adjust the temperature and we can make it nice and yellowy. And you'll see that as you start adjusting the temperature of the shot, it's starting to look a lot more like a candlelight dinner. The temperature is just right. So guys, I hope that you found this helpful. For more tutorials, be sure to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.